You ever had one of those days when things just don't go right? I'm having one of those right now. I'm sure you can relate. Okay, I put together a set of 4 coasters for my daughter. So I decided to do a little beach scene. And I put this together, incorporated some of her shells inside of each of the 4 coasters, built a nice frame for them, got them all put together. And as they were curing, 3 of them came out looking beautiful. In this case, a fly landed on it. When he stuck in there, it was towards the end of the curing process, so by the time I picked him up out of there, everything kind of came up with it and it wouldn't come back down and solidify. So I tried everything I could. I tried to smooth it down, I tried to figure something up, but I ended up with something kind of ugly. So I'm going to show it to you. But the wound is right there, kind of over the shell in the corner. I'm going to show you that ain't that bad, I can fix it. And that's why we're here. I want to show you how you can take some epoxy that you've worked on that has something like that happen, or gouge out of it, or a big bubble that pops, and oh my gosh. I'm going to show you how you're going to fix it. It's not that bad, a little time consuming, but still, it can be fixed. Almost pains me to do this as pretty as it is, except for that one corner, but this is the only way to do it, so we're going to have to make it ugly and then get it better. So I'm going to start with 80 grit. And then I'm going to go to 150 grit, and we'll see what happens from there. Here goes. Oh, it's painful. I found that it tends to plug up from time to time, so I like to take a brush to it now and again and help get rid of some of those things. If you're working with one that you've got a gouge in, or a high spot or something, you want to make sure you get it perfectly flat. If you have some that have bubbles that are deep, where they pop and they, like they're 1/8 of an inch deep into the thing, and in that case, you can either sand the whole thing down level, which is wasting a lot, creating a lot of dust and a lot of work, or what you can sometimes do in a case like that is get it all level except for that spot. Fill it in with just a tiny little bit of epoxy, let it kind of fill in and just go slightly proud over the surface. And then let that sit. That takes a little time. You got to let it sit to where it's pretty firm, and then you can start sanding it in until you get it filled in. So I'm going to go just a little bit more with this, and then I'm going to change to the finer 150 sandpaper. The 150 paper. Forgot to mention, always make sure that you're using some kind of dust mask or something when you're working with epoxy, and especially creating all this dust. Not good stuff to breathe. Don't know why I didn't think of this before. Saw this on another YouTube channel. They said take one of these drawer liners like this that's kind of got a sticky feeling to it. Maybe keep it from moving around so much so I don't have to have my hand in there. Let's see. If you're enjoying what I'm doing so far, and if you learned something, please subscribe to my channel if you would. I'm looking to get more subscribers so I can get built up. As I do that, I can start doing more and more things. But send me a like or a comment or something. Let me know if you like what I'm doing, or if you got any suggestions, or if there's anything that you'd like me to try. What I enjoy doing is trying things that other people are afraid to try until they know how they're going to turn out. They let me be the guinea pig, so let me be your guinea pig. I'll try all kinds of different things, and I'll film it, and we'll find out together if it works or not. The flat sheen that's on here, it's not that glossy, but do a little polishing on that, take some wax or some finer wet sand, and you probably come up with something that you'll be happy with. So I've got the epoxy and hardener warming up in some hot water, but that's it for a few minutes. Get nice and warmed up so that it flows more smoothly. But watch this as I pour this on. Let the magic begin. Oh, if you hadn't noticed, I've got tape running around the edges. So I'm going to bring this just to the edge and let it just barely kind of flow over. And I'm going to carefully, as it sets up a little bit, carefully pull the tape off and keep rubbing my fingers down the side so that it doesn't mess up the sides. If it does a little bit, it's easy to clean up, but mostly I'm concerned about this right here. So watch how that clarifies where those shells are. this around, so to speak. See how that just pops where you can see that shell now? This is so much fun. Reminds me when I was in kindergarten doing finger painting. That was so last century. Find exactly where it is. Oh yeah, I got it. If you got it, you can look back and realize it's perfectly smooth again where you just poked it. But if you think you got it and you look back and you still got a little bump there, then you know you didn't got it. It's looking crystal clear. I'm going to cover it. We'll be back in a little bit and see how it looks. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes. Carefully take a look here without kicking up any dust. I want it to get a little bit thicker. It's a little bit stiffer before I pick it up and try to remove the tape. So I'm going to quickly cover it, let it sit. Maybe another half hour, and we'll come back. While we're waiting for that to solidify, take a look. I got it. Thought I'd show you something else that I've been working on. This is a charcuterie board, or known as a cutting board. It can be used either way. But we call it a charcuterie board. I'll show you a little closer up what we got here. I did the wood itself, and I used a mineral oil along with honey beeswax finish on it. Took about 4 coats, and it is ready to go. Put the handles on it, and I did some wood burning. Notice the dragonfly. So, just wanted to show you that. That's one of many of the projects that I kind of do. So, and again, hopefully, I'm hoping that maybe I can get a better sign someday. So if you don't mind, please subscribe, like, throw me some comments on some things that maybe I can do special for you, any requests, and we'll see if we get this channel going. I'm just getting started. See you in a bit. I'm scared. Are you scared? So hopefully I don't need to. Ooh, down where you can kind of see the reflections. I think you get some good spots there, and I don't see any imperfections in it. I got it in the ceiling light. Looking good. I think it's time for me to try to take the tape off. With that stick. And I believe I'm in good shape. So I'm going to set it back down here and let it finish drying, curing. Still don't want anything to settle on it, so put it in there and pretty much done. Just gotta let it cure for another 2 or 3 hours, and I'll pull it out and it'll be ready for delivery for tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and again, please subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. And I'll be putting a lot more different kinds of things together with different kinds of projects that I do. Sometimes it's woodworking, sometimes it's epoxy. And my life career was as a technician with Ford Motor Company, and retired from there, so I know all kinds of stuff about cars. So I'll be giving you a lot of tips about cars. Got any questions about any kind of cars, let me know. I'll give you a lot of gas saving tips that a lot of people don't know about. Also some money saving tips for when you take your car in for service, what to watch out for. Anyway, Doc signing out. See you next video.